So there was a time when Peter Obi was offered an oil block by the Jonathan administration, and he refused it. That is indeed commendable. That shows a leader that has leadership potential and leadership qualities. He wasn't selfish, he wasn't thinking of his pockets, but rather of national interest. Kudos to you, Peter Obi.
Just days ago, Daddy Free stirred the honest net on the Honest Bunch podcast. He claimed Peter Obi worked under Abacha regime at the Nigerian Ports Authority.
My greatest criticism of Obi, I love him as a person. I think he's brilliant and all, but I can't divorce him from the fact that he worked hand in hand with Abacha. He was the MD of the National Ports Authority under a regime like General Sani Abacha's regime.
A claim that triggered massive backlash online. Nigerians were furious. Obi then dragged him.
The fact is, in the 1990s, Obi was a businessman, chairman of Fidelity Bank, and active in the private sector. Here is what really went down. Peter Obi and other importers petitioned the Abacha government about congestion at Tin Can Island port. In response, Abacha invited Peter Obi to Aso Rock and asked him to chair a temporary port decongestion task force. It was a 3 to 4 month assignment, not a formal job, not a government appointment, not a paid role. Even Peter Obi himself once clarified, "I never worked in the Nigerian Ports Authority. I was appointed into a temporary port committee after raising concerns." So, is that a crime? So let's assume for a moment that Peter Obi chaired a task force under Abacha. Is that the moral crime that the Freeze frames it to be? Did Dora Akinyomi not serve under Obasanjo? Did Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala not serve under Jonathan? Were they not all praised for their excellence? Now, question to Daddy Freeze. If Obi's short-term role in solving a national problem is your greatest criticism, then you have to condemn every businessman, contractor, or employee who contributed to Nigeria during military regimes, because under that logic, 90% of Nigerian professionals worked for Abacha. Let's talk about Daddy Freeze. If you want to critique associations, let's look at yours. Freeze, you were close to Hush Puppy, a convicted internet fraudster. You regularly praise and associate with Pastor Toby Adegboyega, a man under investigation in the UK for financial misconduct. You defended Hush Puppy as misunderstood, but you're condemning Peter Obi for chairing a decongestion committee. So what is worse, helping reduce port congestion in Nigeria as of 1997 or dining with confirmed fraudsters in 2020? What makes this even more dangerous is that Daddy Freeze has got a large platform, yet he did not do the most basic research. Instead, he says something provocative, and then days later, let's call Reno to confirm.
With leadership, when it be like say a lot of people, he shout, say Peter Obi, go dey more preferable. However, Daddy Freeze, I also think, say, I not go fit divorce the fact, say you be Hush Puppy guy at a time, and maybe even till tomorrow. Because many videos dey online where we see you and Hush Puppy dey run things, where you go visit time, he carry you tour for a house sef, una dey together, una dey eat. You Hush Puppy na guy, if you fly go Dubai, you go see am for Dubai. So Daddy Freeze, am I thinking what other people are thinking also? Because I not fit also divorce the fact, say you and Hush Puppy na guy. And of course, in recent time, if you want to talk about one of the highest fraud in recent time, na Hush Puppy, na it deliver am. So is it possible? I'm just asking, is it possible also say you dey bomb? Because when we dey try, they want to do some kind comparison, may we also look ourselves, because na the same example be this. As you not fit separate Peter Obi from Abacha, na may you no like am, we fit still say we not fit separate you from Hush Puppy because una run things together, una eat together, una drive big motor together. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
And even Reno Omokri jumped into the conversation. But now, Daddy Freeze is singing a new tune. In a surprising twist, he has come out to praise Peter Obi, revealing that Obi once rejected oil well gift from then President Goodluck Jonathan.
So there was a time when Peter Obi was offered an oil block by the Jonathan administration, and he refused it. That is indeed commendable. That shows a leader that has leadership potential and leadership qualities. He wasn't selfish, he wasn't thinking of his pockets, but rather of national interest. Kudos to you, Peter Obi. You see, I always keep my criticisms and my praise balanced. God bless us all.
Yes, Obi allegedly walked away from what many consider easy billions. Was this an honest correction from Daddy Freeze, or is it a damage control after the backlash hit too hard? The internet is divided. Some say he is finally recognizing Obi's integrity. Others believe he is simply trying to save his face. Whatever the case, one thing is clear. The Peter Obi narrative refuses to die, and every attempt to discredit him only seems to make him trend harder. What do you think? Is Daddy Freeze being sincere or strategic? Drop your take in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Chinick TV, where we don't just report politics, we decode it.